What is up guys, it is Harley here, back with another video on the FPL Harley channel. Now today, this is a video that a lot of you guys have been waiting for. It is my round of 16 team selection for pretty much matchday 4 of Euros Fantasy. Now, oh dear, I went from rank 3000 a few days ago to now being rank 75661, and the rank at the top of the screen I think is a bit outdated. Actually, I need to change that real quick. There we go, it's updated now, but yeah, 75661, it's not ideal. It's not what you want. I had a major drop off. I'm now 37th in my league. If we have a look, I finished on 50 points. Oh no, it's embarrassing really, because I got so unlucky. So many players blanked. My captains blanked every single time that I used a captain. It's very frustrating, but like I say, things like these happen. It's FPL. But yeah, it's annoying because I captained De Bruyne. He got 6 points in, and I decided 6 points isn't enough. I'm going to go for Gosens, and then he got 2 points. Well, we got 1 point, which is embarrassing. But the round of 16 team selection, here it is. Just have a look. I'm going to explain every single decision that I have made. Let's get into the first one with the two goalkeepers. Now, Donnarumma and Stekelenburg. If we look at the matches, if you look at essentially the teams that have the easiest matches, it's Italy, who are against Austria, and Netherlands, who are against Czech Republic. Obviously, a game here which you can't really tell who's going to win. A game here, again, which there's going to be loads of goals. As with that one, I don't think France will keep a clean sheet in this match. Same with that one. And then Sweden-Ukraine is a maybe. But again, I can't really see who's going to be the winning team in that one. There's only two games where it has a very good team against, well, not that great of a team, which is Italy, Austria, Netherlands, Czech Republic. So that's my reasoning for the two goalkeepers from either of those teams. Similarly with the defence as well, I've gone for a Italian defender to match Donnarumma, which is Spinazzola, and I've gone for a Dutch defender in Dumfries. I then took a look, because I didn't want to triple up in the defence on a single team, so I've obviously gone for the double Italy defence, the double Dutch defence. So now on the three other options, I've gone for a Denmark player, Mæhle, who plays against Wales, Pau Torres, who plays against Croatia, Lucas Hernandez versus Switzerland, because if you look, those are pretty much the other three quite easy games. I could have gone for a Welsh defender as well, you never know, but I think Denmark are favourites to win that. I pretty much had a look at the games which have even sort of games, as in even teams. So there's Sweden-Ukraine, which is quite even, Spain-Croatia quite even, Belgium-Portugal's even, Wales-Denmark is even, same with England-Germany. So I chose a Denmark defender in Mæhle, a Spanish defender in Pau Torres, and then France. I think that game can't be overlooked. I mean, France are arguably the best team in the whole competition against Switzerland, which, you know, France are obviously favourites to win that game. So I've gone for Hernandez, but there's obviously, take out Torres, you can maybe put in like Harry Maguire, or if you think Germany are going to win, you can put Gosens in there. You never know, you could put Luke Shaw in there, you could put Munier in there, you could put a Portuguese defender, so you could put Guerreiro in there, you could put a Welsh defender, you could go for Ward in goal, or Joe Rodon, Ben Davies, someone like that. But that's my reasoning for the back line. If we look at percentage, Stekelenburg's 7% selected, so he's kind of a differential. Donnarumma's 38%, so yeah, he's got a lot of people have selected him. Pau Torres, 26%, so yeah, a lot of people have selected him. Lucas Hernandez, 6% is a decent differential, but I wouldn't really regard a French defender as a differential, if I'm going to be honest. Spinazzola, 22%, a lot of people owned him. And Dumfries, 30%, because of, you know, how good of an attacking output he has had for Netherlands. You know, he got a goal in the first game in the 3-2 win over Ukraine, a goal, clean sheet, and a penalty earned against Austria, and then he only played 45 minutes against North Macedonia because, you know, rotation and stuff. Now we're going to go for the midfield 5. I mean, similarly, I wanted to include, well, pretty much the same as the backline really. I wanted to have one player from each of the Netherlands and Italian sides, so I went for one Italian midfielder, one Dutch midfielder, and then I filled in It's what I did with the defence, one from each, and then the other three are... I can't really explain it, but Belgium versus Portugal, you don't actually know who's going to win, so you just take a player from that and sort of, as a little gamble, a player who's good. So De Bruyne, Højbjerg, who's played 3 matches and got 3 assists, and then Forsberg as well, who's played 3 matches and got 2 clean sheets and 3 goals. So that's why Forsberg is in there. Who plays against Ukraine, Sweden versus Ukraine. I'd probably say Sweden are the favourites to win that, which is why I've put Forsberg in. I would say Belgium are the favourites to beat Portugal, which is why I put De Bruyne in. And then Denmark against Wales, I think Denmark are the favourites, so I put Højbjerg in. Berardi, he's just one of the cheap Italian midfielder options. You can obviously go for Chiesa or Insigne, who are 2 other ones who are good if you're on a higher budget. Wijnaldum, he's sort of a high budget Netherlands option, because if you look at the Netherlands midfielders, Wijnaldum is by far the best option. Look at the point difference, 23 and an 8-4, 4-3. And then if you look at the Italian options, they're obviously quite similar at the top, 17, 12, 11. Locatelli, I wouldn't choose Locatelli. He's a decent low budget option, but I don't think he's going to get many goals or assists against Austria. I think he had a good match, but I don't think he'll be able to repeat it. Insigne, Barella, Jorginho, whatnot. Chiesa's a good option, but obviously he didn't get picked for the first 2 games. He got subbed on late, 9 minutes, 21 minutes. He got 90 minutes against Wales, didn't manage to produce any goals or assists, which is quite disappointing, I guess. But we move on now to the front 3. I needed another French player in here because I was looking. France against Switzerland, like I said, cannot be overlooked. But I was looking at French midfielders. I don't want to double up on French defenders, so I looked at French midfielders, and as you can see, they just don't really produce. There's Kante, who got a clean sheet, and then 2 non-clean sheets. He didn't get any goals or assists. And then there's Pogba, who got an assist against Portugal, and then a clean sheet against Germany, and then nothing against Hungary. 10 points altogether is not great for 8.5 million for Pogba. And then all the other midfielders, they're just not great. All of the points for France are coming in the attack, in Benzema, Griezmann, and Mbappe. Obviously the other 4, I don't even know, are Thuram and Ben Yedder even in the squads? I don't think they are. Benzema is who I chose because I found out that he is the penalty taker. I didn't actually know that he was the penalty taker. I thought it would be Mbappe. I think they sort of circle around with the penalty takers, but he had 2 penalties, 2 goals against Portugal. Did blank in the other 2, but France only scored 2 goals in those 2 games, so they're a team to look out for. Benzema, being the penalty taker, is a player to look out for. Ciro Immobile, he obviously has done quite well in the 2 matches that he played. He got an assist and a goal in the first game, and then a goal from outside the box in the second game, and then was benched due to rotation against Wales because they were already through at that point, so Immobile didn't get any minutes played. But 2 goals and an assist in 171 minutes played, and a goal from outside the box is 16 points in 2 matches. I think is very good. He needs to be in your team to face in the game against Austria. And then Memphis Depay is just different gravy, and he didn't get anything against Ukraine, but he got a goal against Austria, and then 2 assists and a goal against North Macedonia, and plays Czech Republic. Netherlands arguably have the easiest game in the round of 16, so I would quadruple up on the Dutch players. I would quadruple up on the Italian players, and then I've gone for a double up on the Denmark and a double up on the French, and then I've got 1 Swedish, 1 Spanish, and 1 Belgian player in there, as those sort of, like I said, those teams playing against each other that you can't really tell who's going to win those games. But if we look at captaincy as well, we're going to captain Immobile on the 26th, Depay on the 27th, Benzema on the 28th, and then the only player who I've got in the whole team who plays on the 29th is Forsberg. But I'm very optimistic that by the 29th I won't have to change my captain, because I've had all 3 of my attackers play on different days. Immobile against Austria, Depay against Czech Republic, and Benzema against Switzerland. I 100% doubt that all 3 of my attackers are going to blank, but who knows? You know, it is FPL at the end of the day. And then the bench is good as well. A few differential captaincy options: Berardi, Spinazzola. I wouldn't captain Højbjerg on the first day. Wouldn't captain Mæhle. Wouldn't captain Donnarumma. For obvious reasons, really. You've got Ciro Immobile. And then 27th, we have Memphis Depay, who I'm going to captain if it comes to that. But then there's Wijnaldum, Dumfries as well. Stekelenburg if you have to sub him on, but again, wouldn't captain a goalkeeper. And then De Bruyne, against Portugal, who you could end up captaining because it's De Bruyne at the end of the day. 28th. The only players I have are Benzema, Pau Torres and Lucas Hernandez, so it'll be Benzema. There's no way I captain either of these two, and then Forsberg if it comes to that. But that is the team selection video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Sorry if this is a shorter video than usual. I think this is going to be about 11-12 minutes. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.